Welcome to my second lesson on angles and shape. Today we're going to look at Pythagoras' theorem, and this is all about triangles today. So Pythagoras' theory only applies to a right-angled triangle. It's really important to remember that. It's only going to work on right-angled triangles. And what it is it's just a formula that shows the relationship between the lengths of those sides. If you watched my first video, you'll remember that any triangles that have all the same angles, the sides are in proportion. So that means that we can work out certain things from that. Pythagoras' theory is basically this equation. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. A and b will be the lengths of the shorter sides, and c will be the longest side. We call this side the hypotenuse. That means it's the longest side, and it will always be the side opposite the right angle. Here's how we use that equation. On the triangle shown on the screen now, you can see that 3 is one side, 4 is the other, and we want to know the length of C. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, which gives us 25. And we can work out in our heads or using a calculator, the square root of 25 is 5. So C will be 5. Now, obviously, these won't always come out to be whole numbers. So most of the time when you do this, you will need to use a calculator. See if you can do this one. Remember, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. How did you do? So remember, we're going to plug the figures that we know into Pythagoras' equation, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That gives us 2 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. 4 plus 64 equals c squared. Therefore, c squared is 68. And this time you would have needed a calculator to get the square root, which is 8.246. If you got that, really well done. We can also use Pythagoras to work out either of the other two sides. In this case, on the screen now, we know the hypotenuse is 5, and we know that one of the sides is 4, and we want to work out the remaining side, which I've called A. So we still know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember, the 5 will be our c because it's the longest one. And we can change that equation around. If c squared is a squared and b squared added together, we know that c squared minus b squared will equal a squared. Equally, if we were looking for b, we could do c squared minus a squared equals b squared. So we're going to put the figures back into our equation again. So 5 squared, 25, minus 4 squared, which is 16, equals 9. We know that a squared is 9, so a must be 3. Thank you for watching, and if you managed to follow all that, really well done. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.